Yo, what's going on everybody? It's FreakyDude99 and welcome back to Destiny 2 episode Heresy and part 3 of our journey through Act 1. We are back this week. Our quest is of course updated with echoed warnings, and it seems like Sloane has a plan to hit the Dreadnaught and nullify the aversion anchors. With 3 missions now present: Hive hacking, Lightsinger's limb, Cultist's limb, and Blade Navigator's head. I'm very excited to see what's going on here, as week 2 was a little bit lackluster, except for the exotic quest, of course. But here we are at the shaping slabs. Let's see what we actually have to do for these missions. This is from Dyadic Ascension. And we have a second page here. Travel to the summoning pits on the moon and hunt the Lucent Wizard, Ur-Halaku Lightsinger, and claim her bio-coded limb. Hive systems are biological constructs. To access them, you'll need a biological passcode from a high-ranking crew member of the Dreadnaught. Head to the summoning pits on the moon and bring your wizard hunting weapons. So, there's one. We gotta go to the catacombs for Ur-Anakru, for the hand, and Sorrow's Harbor for Sark Ur-Omni, the Blade Navigator. Awesome. 3 missions in store. Let's go and knock them out at the moon. Alright, we're at the summoning pit. Opening the door, and I'm guessing... Oh, got some shriekers to take care of. Who is our target here? Looks like we gotta clear out some enemies before we do that. Very excited to see what's actually gonna happen this week, as we're still left a little bit on, a cliffhanger from week 1 with Eris being gone, and not really, we haven't seen the Echo yet, at least in the other 2 episodes we've seen the Echo by now. But here, we still haven't seen it, we still haven't heard Oryx talk or anything, so it's gonna be interesting. Here's our Lightsinger, take him out, easy enough. That's 1 down. Got the hand obtained. Time to go track down the other one. Alright, so we're at the second spot. Didn't have to go far. Searching around here, we got an immune wizard and a little rune. There's another one. I'm guessing we gotta find 3 of these, potentially 4 if one's in each corner. Interesting that we're collecting Hive body parts as well. Not something we've really done before. But they all seem in somewhat relation to Oryx? It's hard to exactly say. This is obviously kind of the, celebrant of Oryx. And the final one is the Blade Navigator. So it seems like, all stuff relating to Oryx for us to traverse a little more into the Dreadnaught. We know the Dread is going after some weapon of the Dreadnaught. But other than that, we're just kind of, we're still figuring things out. We're still in the getting to know what's going on phase. And there we go. Just had to complete an Altar of Sorrow tier. And we have our War Dancer. Boom, got the head. Everything acquired, let's head back to the shaping slab. And to the shaping slab. Omni's head holds the core segment of biocode needed to shut down the Dreadnaught's weapon system. And there's the second. And there's the third. All 3 done. Board the Dreadnaught and disable the weapon. Complete the mission Kludge. Here we go. Here is what we're here for. Board the Dreadnaught with your newfound power and use Hive biocodes to disable the ship's main weapon, weakening the immediate threat of aversion anchors. Awesome. Very excited. Let's see, as we're kind of loading in. No, that's it. We are 18 out of 21. Guardian, we've been on the back foot trying to keep the anchors from forming. It's time to seize the initiative. We can't disable them, but we can stop their aversion pulse. That'll buy us some time. See you on the Dreadnaught. I like as well that when we're flying into the Dreadnaught there, you can see the little echo glow. Guardian, make your way to the Hall of Souls and decouple the aversion anchors. I'll meet you there. We'll put a stop to this. Ooh, Sloane actually joining us on our battle. Very exciting. Into the Hall of Souls, where we have been many a times for the Nether. But there is Taken in here. Ah, the Dire Taken. I have to say, Dire Taken are a great addition. I know I've commented on it a couple times already, but it's just nice, even though their, like, abilities aren't exactly new, except for the goblins there. It's still a good mix-up. I hope they continue to do that with the enemies.
Guardian, you have what you need. Hive systems are disgusting, but effective. The Dreadnaught's power is immense, but we can break its hold over its own weapons and turn it against itself. Disconnecting the aversion anchors will stop them from dragging us all into the Ascendant Plane. Show the Taken who's in control.
Awesome. Place left wizard hand. So I'm guessing we gotta go to all three spots that we're usually shutting down. And we need to place these biosystems. Place the wizard head.
You trespass on my throne.
No. The voice from that said the echo of navigation. Ooh. And Sloane's saying no. The echo of navigation is directly speaking to us. Alright. Right wizard hand. Coalescence of Deep Sky. Escape the Dreadnaught and survive to tell the tale. It can't be. A familiar regal voice bells from the Hall of Souls. Chills run down your spine. The voice. It can't be. Find the source to confirm what you're hearing. Yeah. Oryx. And his lovely regal.
I am the Taken King. The first navigator. I rise from the deep.
An echo linked to the memory of Oryx? Brother, King, my navigator, you returned to us.
Sivu Wrath, what has become of our war?
You were slain by a warrior of the sky. They stand before you.
I... slain?
Sadly, yes, elder brother. You're just the memory of a dead god. The sword you always wanted to become.
I only just mantled myself by the death of Akka. Carved my throne from the worm's corpse.
Your form shall revive upon the death of your killer. Your throne will be restored.
If I am destroyed, then I deserve extinction. My heir, my killer. Step forward.
Stop acting like children, the both of you. We are finally free to create new paths for ourselves.
No, I will not let you abandon us again. The resonant knife, first of the reshaped. This is impossible. We need to regroup. Get out of there. Oryx, I will avenge you.
Sharpen their knives, that their lie may become my logic's truth.
Go. Oh. Sibling gods of the Hive quibble over your life. Run to the ship and escape the Dreadnaught before their jaws close in on you. There we have it. This is the Heresy. Oryx recognizes it. We slayed him. We took his mantle. We are his heir. And Savathun and Xivu Arath will not accept it. And we get a first look at Xivu Arath as well, in all her beauty. I'm definitely going to be replaying this mission to get a good look at Xivu Arath there. She looked a little funky standing on the stairs, but holy. Is this a case where Oryx actually helps us? Either way, we're out of here. Boom. Easy. Return to Eris's apartment in the last city. A private call signal awaits you there. You succeed in taking down the link between the Dreadnaught's weapon systems and the inversion anchors, but in the process discover that the Echo of Navigation is none other than the embodiment of Oryx, the Taken King himself. Oryx's sisters seek to claim the Echo and forced you to retreat. Yeah, there we go. They do not want to accept Oryx's decision in this. That he understands he is not meant to be. And that the Echo may have made him. But Savathun and Xivu Arath, they still want their brother back. And it looks like they're going to do anything to do it, even if that means taking the Echo for themselves. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Back at Eris's flat. And deploy our ghost. Who's talking with us?
I figured I owed you an explanation before I went dark. I'll make it quick. I tried to find a way to bring her back. Don't ask me what I did, but it didn't work. So I thought to myself, hey, I got what I always got. What's left for me anyway? Nothing. Knew it'd happen again. I was a fool to hope, but I couldn't help myself. I just wanted you to know, it's just nothing personal. It's all me. This is who I am. Always has been. So, don't come looking. I was already halfway gone.
What? Visit the Shaping Simon Eris's apartment in the last city, and we got a lore tab there. Oh, okay, Drifter.
Now we know what we're dealing with. An echo of the Navigator. A memory of Oryx. And not the one we remember. He woke up the Dreadnaught and launched the anchors. The Taken are here because of him. And the Dread are working with him. His knife. Eris's killer. But you've caught Oryx's attention. The Echo didn't know you killed him. Now he does. And he's impressed. That means he's distracted. He wants to test you. Use that. Right now, Xivu Arath and Savathun are mobilizing. Their brother's flagship is a battlefield. And Drifter's gone. We have twice the trouble and half the support. Losing Eris was hard on him. We show who we are in hard times. We can't afford to lose focus or lose ground. We need intel. We need you back on the Dreadnaught. Find out what you can. We must destroy the Echo. It can't be allowed to exist. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? But you've killed Oryx once. you'll do it again.
Oh, your form reflects in Taken Sheen. The Taken King is a fearsome foe, especially when backed by the Dread, Tivo Wrath, and Savathun. But this is not the Oryx you remember. This is a shade, an impression on him left on the witness, an impression of him left on the witness and born through the Echo's power. You must sharpen your will and load your weapons. For now, all that can be done is to contain this threat. Take the shape of violence and bring that purpose to your foes. Echoed warnings, quest complete. And that is all of Act 1. No other missions. What do we got here? Boom, boom. Bungie reward. And we also got a lore tab, which we haven't gotten. Oh, we got one page before, and we just got a second page. Oh, Guardian funerals rarely had a body to inter, and though Eris no longer stood among the ranks of Lightbearers, she was not unique in that manner. So, they simply gathered, those few who had loved her well, packing themselves 3 deep into the cramped apartment even Eris had sometimes forgotten she owned. There was Marsov, starlight in her eyes, Petrovenge at her elbow, no particular friend of Eris herself, but where the Queen went, she'd like to follow. Little Ido, taller than the Queen of the Awoken, tucking her second arms around herself and taking care not to disturb any of Eris's bones and relics while peering at everything. Crow, serious as he moved towards Mara, Zavala, quiet, occupying a corner, here to witness, not rip himself open. Some small assortment of Guardians who had corresponded with Eris over one matter or another, study of the Taken or Hive, Awoken, human, and Exo faces alike, some distraught and some somberly set, determined to witness though they may not weep. The Drifter did not show his face. Ikora had wondered how he would bear it, and she had her answer. He would not. He would simply go, careening into the dark of space with his pain alone to guide him. Ikora sympathized, with an unavoidable bitter chaser of resentment. This was not the first time she had been left to manage a funeral of her own. Senseless, it was always senseless. Death among the immortal. She had not grown any more used to it. She hoped she never would. We are here to celebrate Eris Morn, Ikora said to the surrounding group, drawing herself up and making steel her spine. Mourn by carrying her with you, if you must, but in her own words, her life was a bright and victorious one. Despite everything she endured, she ought to be remembered thus. For Cade's sake, she allowed herself 2 jokes in the eulogy. For Eris's, she did not cry. And we get the final funeral of Eris. Alrighty, everyone. What a final closer to Act 1. Oryx is revealed. The Dreadnaught and what is happening on it is discovered. We have not Oryx, but the Echo of Navigation. And while that is Oryx, he also said that this was him kind of after finalizing Akka into the Dreadnaught, which potentially to me means that this is Oryx, which I believe in lore, Oryx was what there was originally Arash, then there was Oryx, and then there was Oryx. Oryx, God, the pronunciation on that. Pretty much the second of the 3 of them was the one that became Oryx, which is the one that when they became Hive, that is what Arash turned into, Oryx. And only when he defeated Akka and crafted the Dreadnaught did he become Oryx. So I'm wondering here, is this actually our Taken King Oryx, or is this just before or just at that moment where the Taken King actually becomes the Taken King? Because there is an interesting distinction in that, seeing as this one may not know about us defeating Crota or anything like that. This is just the one that came out of the darkness, crafted Akka into the Dreadnaught, learned the power to take, and then that is what the Echo currently is. If that is the case, then of course that means that this Echo of the Navigator, this Oryx, doesn't actually know potentially a whole lot that in current events, of course. As we see, it doesn't even know about its own death. And it already was doing things, it came back, it was already sending these aversion anchors, connecting with Savathûn, connecting with Xivu Arath, but now that it knows that it is dead, now that this Echo knows, it seems like it's kind of on our side, and basically saying, oh, Savathûn, Xivu Arath, what are you doing? Stop this. This is what is meant to be. If my heir, if the Guardian killed me, then that's all good. Let them come to me and claim the Echo, or let them claim my power, because that is the way we work. Savathûn obviously doesn't work in that way anymore and wishes to craft their own paths, their own future for the Hive, and Xivu Arath also doesn't agree with that. Xivu Arath wants to continue in the past, continue along the sword logic, and basically continue the war and cut everything down. They want to continue their Hive legacy. And Oryx seems like it's going to be the one to say no to that and see this all as heresy, see what Savathûn doing as heresy, see what Xivu Arath is doing as heresy, and potentially see what he himself is as a heresy upon his own Hive doctrine. This also potentially means that when Eris Morn comes back, that maybe she claims the Echo because she was like a part of it. Technically we are the killers, so we claim the Echo, but do we destroy it? Do we give it to Eris? Like, what happens there? Because it seems like Eris is on her path to once again become a Hive god, and potentially she replaces Oryx himself in the Pantheon. There's a lot of questions now posed in the story, and correct me if I'm wrong, we don't have long to wait. 20 days. 3 weeks until Act 2 is here, and as soon as Act 2 drops, only, 3 more days? Or 3 more weeks until Act 3, so as soon as Act 2 wraps up, Act 3 is here. We are getting the story quite fast here, and man, am I excited. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been Act 1, Part 3 of Destiny 2 Episode Heresy. It is so great to have Oryx back in that regal voice, and I cannot wait to play this on the other two Guardians, just to rehear it and go online and see all this discussion about it. But other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.